the truth is an irony. Just like animal farm, justice mean inequity. So who go say the truth? Who go say the truth? Christian can say silence, Islamic leaders silence, kings and queens silence, traditional leaders silence. So who go say the truth? We are the workers of composite call. Now by area, why no better? We are the workers of composite call. One guy's out here, why no better? Who go say the truth? Who go say the truth? Oh, you need it now, see what I see so. Now your friend on a nine come as them. Only papi obeka nice and yeah. So I want one, obet you were two. Everybody was afraid. And until I learned to my cottage, I get 9. Once my boy dumping one and I cheat. But who go tell the truth? Nanai or say me. Nanso bien person beka wasam because everybody is afraid. Anya safwe muayini. Akuku drofo nyina dalima. And who go say the truth? Obiaja konson so to grow your mansa to me be a cacobrafo. Efo anyina ye. Efo when you know yet. Na so kutrata down na so be dia back or why no keke. I fene for be man mo pia for efo ne cross on my mo. Hanya safwe mo ayini. Akuku trofo nyina dalima. And who go say the truth? Abaya di bote chino. Yedi bi bebo nyande bi. Kachi sa udi oma upipi numa. Would your mind never shine my preference? But who go tell the truth? TUC, silence. Even journalists, silence. Oh, then who go say the truth? Right is right. Wrong is wrong, no matter how you justify. You say you wanna get rid of corruption. Someone want to help you, now the person become your target. Jobless, no they mean senseless. Poverty, no they mean useless. One day, then go resist.
Waiting there happy for Africa. Dusty old men holding on to power, leading the people to where the grave. Wicked criminal leaders. See them a come, them coming like an angel. But them a thief, them no say them a thief. Mr. President, you coming like a savior. But you a thief, you know say you a thief. Thief president, why a thieving so? Thief man, why a thief so? The people they must suffer, but you don't care so. Thief man, why a thief so? I see the people crying every day, yo. They want food, them can't find. I see the youth looking for a job, oh, every way, them can't find. Mr. President, him just belly food, oh. Him and the family, they no suffer, oh. Suffer, no poor man, they suffer, oh. Suffer, suffer, rich man know they suffer. Suffer, suffer, no poor man they suffer. Suffer, suffer, rich man they suffer. Lie. See them a come, they coming like an angel. But they my thief, them no say they my thief. Mr. President, you coming like a savior. Why you a thief? You know say you a thief. Thief president, why you thieving so? Thief man, why you thief so? The people they must suffer, but you don't care so. Thief man, why you thief so? Mr. President, why you dey lie so? Before election, you tell me you be angel. When you sick, you run go a London. When we sick, we die for Kolebo. Mr. President, why you wicked so? Tell me how you dey sleep at night, oh. See them a come, they coming like an angel. But they my thief, them no say they my thief. Mr. President, you coming like a savior. But you a thief, you know say you a thief. Thief president, why you thieving so? Thief man, why you thief so? The people they must suffer, but you don't care so. Thief man, why you thief so? This is Mr. Traitor, master of sleeping. This is Mr. Traitor, master of sleeping. Yarambarayi Fiafiwo Alakpatowo Na Yeruya.
Good evening once again and welcome to MyView show. This is a special edition with focus on the UK and Ireland chapter that goes into their period of electing their executive committee membership. Today, wherever you are, it's always a pleasure to be part and parcel of this program. And you are live on today's Ghana News TV with me, Jerome, as your host. And as usual, let me remind you that we are also live on Switch by satellite, on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube, all on today's Ghana News TV. And you can equally follow us on Twitter and TikTok, and as well as podcasts on Anchor FM. Wherever you are, it is my pleasure to welcome you to this evening's program. And today, we have no other person but Comrade Adamu MUSAH. Adamu MUSAH happens to be the incumbent organizer of the UK and Ireland chapter, and he had been a parliamentary hopeful for the Aspirants North in the 2016 general election. It is our pleasure this evening to have him on the show to express his views on the outcome of the NDC elections in the UK and Ireland chapter and how that contributes to rallying for Victory 2024 Ghana Soap. Comrade Adamu, you are most welcome to the show.
Thank you very much, Mr. Jerome. I'm very grateful, and my greetings to all listeners and viewers across the world.
It's a privilege to have you once again. As I rightly said, I'm sure a lot of people want to hear a bit about you before we go into the issues. I've already told them you have been a parliamentary hopeful, and maybe you have some other things to add, which I do not know.
Right. Thank you very much, MUSAH Adamu. Simply, I'm just from a very humble home. I was, born in Ghana. I grew up in Ghana, and I spent most of my life in Afram Plains in the eastern region of Ghana. I'm one of many kids of our parents, and the second eldest. I also have 5 kids, and I'm an ex-military police officer in the British Army. I am also the CEO of an NGO called HELAC. It's Health, Education, Livelihood, Agriculture, Climate, who have supported greatly a lot of educational programs in Ghana, specifically in Afram Plains. So far, we have supported about 35 schools with computers and laptops. We also support needy but brilliant students to do other things. But those are some of the things that I do. I'm also into security and at the moment working on cybersecurity as well. So I've got different hats at different days that I wear. Also, I am a former youth organizer of the Afram Plains North. That was from the year 2000 to 2004. I was, when Afram Plains North and South was all together, I was the youth organizer. So briefly, this is what I will say about myself. And again, we all know that I am a politician and I love politics. To be specific, I love NDC and what it stands for.
Let me get a bit of experience from you. How does it feel to be a parliamentary hopeful, going through the entire process to the primaries? How does it go?
Well, in Ghana, we all say that this is not for faint-hearted because you all know how the political atmosphere is. But it's always a blessing to put yourself forward and serve your community. So I will not say I will not discourage anyone from their dreams. But what I will say is that before you go out there, just remember that your community would like to get to know you more. You spend a lot of time, you spend a lot of resources. It is not cheap. It's very expensive, and it comes with all kind of challenges. But as anything else, we all have to aspire to something, and we all have to believe in something. So once you believe in what you are going out to do, and have the genuine love for your community and your country, please go for it. It's really cool.
Wonderful. Well, you must be an inspiration to most other guys who are up here in the diaspora, and then they have a view or the mindset of going down to contest for parliamentary positions any day, anytime.
Definitely. Our country needs us. You know, when you sit back and say, I'm not going, that means that your country literally lose the opportunity of having somebody who have learned a lot, who has got a lot of experience, and sometimes the resources to support the communities. But one thing you have to understand that, like every other competition, you don't go out there thinking that it's just going to be handed over to you on silver platter. You have to put in the work. You have to work hard, and even when you lose, it's not the end of the world because other people were also in to win. What you have to understand is that there's time for everything. And once you prove to be someone who have a dream, who understands what he wants and want to push for as long as you can, for as long as you have the resources and also the support of the community. Don't just go out there and think that you know everything and that once you come from abroad or you come from somewhere, you should be given a special treat. To be honest, it's even harder when you come from a foreign country or if you've been in a diaspora for a while, because people expect a lot from you, and people also still sometimes see you to be the one who has got all and still want a bit of their positions. So there will be challenges, but it's worth fighting for it if that's what you want.
And that is true. Let me say, well, where you sit right now, I don't envy you that much because there's always a lot of pressure on any incumbent officer who is going for re-election.
Yeah.
Especially what we have seen in the just ended the National Congress in Accra. How is it with you in the UK Ireland chapter going for re-election?
Well, fantastic. I mean, I feel good. The thing is that it is not like a family seat where when you own it, it will have to be forever. It's not a kingship or any kind of dynasty. You work hard for it, you put yourself forward, and you have a time frame to prove yourself or do something to be seen as your worth. If that is the case, you should also be prepared that when the time comes and you account to the people, they should see you as someone whom they would like to retain or not. And so competition is not a bad thing. It's really healthy. It also keeps you on your toes to understand that if you do good, you do for yourself, and people will see it, and they will always see your work. You might not be able to please everyone, but what you have to understand is that there is time for everyone. I came to contest somebody, and same way somebody will contest you no matter what.
Wonderful. And I think I think I better give you the name MTN, and I have a reason for that. I will come to it now. Explain why I'm giving the name MTN.
Thank
But
you.
some might wonder what is essentially the role of an organizer in this setup.
Great. As an organizer within a political party, it's a very unique role because, as the name goes, you organize almost everything. You are just like the central person where you have links to everyone. The chairman has access to you. He's like your commanding officer within the within the army, and then it comes down. So there are chain of command. We have the secretary who does his thing, but as to all activities, everything that goes on within the party, you are the one that is responsible for coordinating activities. So the women organizer, the youth organizer, the Zongo caucus, and other wings within the party works directly under you. And so sometimes you will see or you hear other youth, Zongo caucus, um, uh, women group would always um, be able to tell you, this is my achievement, this is what I've done, this is what I've done. But then as an organizer, you ask yourself, what is your achievement? For me, my work is based on what I'm able to inspire my youth, inspire my women, inspire my Zongo caucus. And if they are winning, I am winning. If they are functioning and they are able to, point at specific projects that they have been very successful with, there's always somebody behind it. And for me, their success is my success. So I am always happy when I see the youth, when I see the Zongo caucus achieve milestones. So as an organizer, I am the link man. Most of them will tell you you are the field marshal, because when somebody needs to talk to someone, you are the one. When there's a program going on, you will be the first there and the last to leave. And you make sure, as a very good organizer, you have to make sure that the basic things that are needed, especially venues, looking at like even PA systems, DJs coming in, food coming in, water coming in, guests coming in, parking spaces and everything. You have to make sure that all these things are put in place. And these things also comes with security as well. So you should be someone who has got an eye for all these things that normally somebody would just get up from home and dress up and say, I'm going to a party activity. But as an organizer, it goes beyond just going to sit there and looking pretty. And if you find out from my my members within the party, you hardly see me at the high table, because I think that sitting on the high table is not my place. Yes, as an organizer, I would like to do the PR and sit at the high table, but I will be very disappointed if somebody is coming to the program and comes to get stuck because he's not getting parking, or he's lost and he's not able to reach out to me. I'll rather be out there, make sure that they're fed and furnished with food and other things that they need to make it a great success.
Wow. Now let's look at it. The NDC went to the National Congress and I've come out with a team rallying for Victory 2024, Ghana's Hope. We in the diaspora, I want to find out, do we have any significant role to play in the general elections in Ghana as a whole?
Definitely, we do. We do. And it's very interesting that you ask this question, because let's not forget that with Ghanaian economy as it stands, without those in diaspora, it will be very miserable. In Europe or in the Western world, we do have some kind of welfare system that other people get when they are in need. But in Ghana, we depend on each other. We depend on friends. We depend on relatives. And mostly those of us living in diaspora, when issues even happen at home, we are the first to be contacted because our remittance back home is huge. And apart from that, our expertise. There are so many people living abroad with so many highly trained professions that when they go back home, they are able to turn the economy around by employing other people. And as diasporans, we have a critical role to play because, first of all, we have to project our country in a positive light to show other people outside Ghana who does not know much about Ghana to understand that Ghana is a place where you can invest. So we are able to convince other people to show them what Ghana has got to offer in terms of employment, in terms of technology, in terms of human resource. Apart from that, we, as I said, when people depend on you, they tend to listen to you too. So as somebody in diaspora, if I send you your school fees, if I am helping you pay your rent, and I'm telling you that this is the political party that I believe can change things, it's highly possible that you will listen to me because you trust in me, you believe in me, and you depend on me. So as people in diaspora, we should not underestimate our work. You know, we always have to understand that we have a big role. Even at home, when people think that maybe when you go and you want to contest, as I said, and people will go, oh, you live abroad. Why are you here to contest? They have to understand that if His Excellency, the president, will come to diaspora, they need Ghanaians to meet them. If people have to talk about investment, we need diasporans. If we need people who have highly skilled in terms of specific industries, it's the diasporans. So diaspora has got a lot of role to play. We also have to go out there with what we've learned, including our finances, to support the country that we live in, Ghana. So anybody abroad should bear in mind that you have a significant role to play within all the political parties. Specifically, I will talk for NDC. We always want people to join us. It is not just joining for the fun, but it also helps you to update you with what is going on at home. It also helps you to have a sense of belonging and community spirit. I would have not been able to support my community back in Ghana if I was not in diaspora. When I contested as a member of parliament, I did not get a seat, but that did not break me. It also gave me an opportunity to see the broader picture. As I said, recently, I sent home over 200 computers. Okay, when COVID was on, we did put out a place where students can get free internet and free Wi-Fi. So when schools were closed, some of them were able to get access to internet. As we speak, my organization, HELAC, which is Health, Education, Livelihood, Agriculture, Climate, we do have an online platform where students can log on wherever they are to learn. So somebody has never seen aeroplane before, but they can learn aeronautic engineering online. Today, I am not in the studio with you, but we are talking. So with this type of things, when we take back home, it does change things. I come from a village, and now I call it a town because of an opportunity given to us by people who saw something in us. So diasporans has got a big role to play. So when you join a political party like NDC, we are more than happy to show you ways, places, and areas where you can invest. Some people have been out in diaspora for a very long time, and they think Accra is the only place to go to. No, there are bigger places. In Afram Plains, for instance, as we speak, we're talking about cashew production. I do cashew production. I want people to go into Afram Plains. So if I am projecting Afram Plains, these are some of the unique roles that we as Ghanaians need to look at and join Ghana and join political parties and also invest in political parties. Because don't forget, if you don't invest in political parties and not take interest in your political activities, when Ghana leaves democracy due to lack of breakdown, your investment, your families, and everything back home is gone down the pan, and you don't want that. So we want people to join political parties with clear mind that we are ready to build our mother Ghana. That's the most important thing, because we living in diaspora, there will be no point being in diaspora apart from just being here. One day you will grow. And in Akan language, they say, "Anoma bi anisra, owu aneta kramba fom." And in the airway, they will tell you, "Havida siya de mele jimere nekula yaba abalala mago." Whatever it is, whatever happens, what goes around comes around.
Oof. I think, okay, I'll still come back to your MTN. I know why. So in the UK Ireland chapter, about how many branches do you have?
So far, we have 13 branches.
13 branches.
Yes.
Okay, wonderful. Now, you got most of these, you inherited some of these branches, and then you also created some under the last term of office. Yep. Going into the next phase of your election, what do you think that you are bringing on board that will be differently from what you have done so far?
Okay. Working as a political party and going through the time that we took over office and getting into COVID, a lot of things did not happen because we wanted to expand as much as we can, because we need numbers. Numbers is big. Somebody will say in some it's like even the dead want more. What about we, those that are alive? This political party needs to grow. It needs to expand, especially when ROPA is staring us in the face. So I am more than happy, and you can ask anybody who would attest that I've been very instrumental in forming some of the newly branches in UK. You know, when you look at we look at Telford, I was very instrumental. When you look at East London, I was very instrumental. When you look at Ireland, I was the person who went there and inaugurated them in Ireland. So I have done my job. I have worked hard. Every single place within UK, you know, as a political party as well, we're not just here to just sit there and say vote for NDC and that's all. Once you join this NDC, you become a family. When you become a family, it is mandatory. Even if apart from just mandatory, it just makes sense that when you have fun with people, you mourn with them, you share their days, you share their moments. And as an organizer, one of the things that I have done very well, and everyone will attest, is that every single branch within UK, I have visited them.
Yeah.
I have worked with them. I don't just sit on the side and just watch and point accusing fingers. I put myself in front line. I make sure that if you are having a party, I'll be right there with you and have the party with you. And if you are mourning, I will join you to mourn. And so you realize that it's not just having a political party. You need a welfare bit of it. Sometimes this country can be very lonely.
Sure.
Some people don't have relatives. They don't have friends. So the only place they have fun is joining groups like the NDC. So if those people are going through things, some of them would want to call you. And when they call you, you should be prepared to pick their call. You should be prepared to visit them. And that is why wherever I go, I make myself known that I am an NDC member, because your issue is my issue. Wasem ayam wonyare enyenyaye, and kai magananka magana nani. Whatever it is, NDC is a family. So for me, I am not 100% human being. Everybody will have ideas of how clean they should be, how amazing they are. I'm not calling myself as the most amazing thing that has ever happened, but I do my best. And I'll continue to do the best that will grow NDC and always bring the party forward. or party as something that will be the front part of my life. I will make sure that those who needs to join the party are directed to the right branches, and new branches that wants to come up, we will use the right methods, the right procedures to make sure that when the branch is set up, it doesn't collapse in 2 days. So we make sure that we teach people the best way to form a branch. And I'll still take this opportunity. I'm not sure who is going to be the next organizer, but I'm sure that whoever is going to come out victoriously, we need the branches, we need the people. We need to make sure that wherever you are in UK, we want every city, every town, every territory we are covering. So if you have a group of people who wants to join NDC, I will encourage you to put yourself together. Let us know, and definitely we will come up to you and make sure that your branch is launched legally and the best way, and also mentor you to make sure that if we are not there, other people can continue to function well.
Wonderful. Now you understand why I gave the MTN, because you rightly said almost all the branches, you have visited them, their parties and everything. So photographs were always flashed on social media, and everywhere you look, you see Comrade Adamu in there.
Thank you.
So that brought your name MTN.
Wow. Yeah. So that is why they will tell you, now Godi, you made me very, very happy. And I am very proud to say that MTN, everywhere you go, you will see MUSAH. And that is what it's supposed to be, because we need to be around the people that we are serving. We cannot be sitting down for them to be serving us. It is our responsibility to join them, whether they are having birthday parties, whether they are having naming ceremonies, whether they are mourning, whether they are having fun. We have to be there with them because it's a family.
Wonderful. That issue of the family is something that touches my heart so much, because those in the diaspora here, you don't directly benefit from your party, even in government. So what is it that will motivate people to go all out there, identify themselves as members of a political party, contribute in kind and in cash to support the party back home whilst they are here in the cold? But if you have that issue of welfare, the interest of every member at heart, everybody feels belong to a particular political party. I think that's the first and foremost the benefit of being a member of a political party than even what happens back home in Ghana.
Yes, it is really important that we understand. Sometimes it can be difficult because people struggle. During COVID time, for instance, there were groups of committees and groups that were set up. Others were there to advise people who are going through financial difficulties. There were groups that were preparing food and other things that if people need food packages, they take them through. There were people who are also vulnerable. They are home. They don't even know how to access any kind of welfare package. There were expertise within the party who were out there putting themselves out to advise people where to get the necessary help. We still need more of that. And we cannot say that we've done everything under the sun. And under my administration, I tried my best to make sure that we support each other as we can. And also we will continue to make sure that welfare becomes part of our daily activities. It's not easy because there's no money coming from somewhere else to come and be in a safe where we can be dishing out. But the good thing is that the people of our political party, especially in the United Kingdom, have been very, 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 very helpful. Anytime there is an incident or an issue that people are going through some difficulties, we are able to fall on people and they come rallying out, which is amazing. And I'm very grateful and very happy that I got the opportunity to serve as the organizer. I know that I'm going into an election, but as I said, you don't go into election just telling yourself you've already won. Like somebody will look at you and say, "Oh, you're homo," but you never know whether you chop or you don't chop. But whatever it is, it's been an honor serving the UK Ireland chapter and did the best that I could. And there is more to come if I'm given the opportunity to come and lead again.
Wonderful. Let me take a few of the comments and questions from our viewers and allow you to relax a bit. But when we come back, I want us to look at this UK and Ireland chapter. It's good that you mentioned that you went to inaugurate Ireland. So we'll come back to it and then we'll look at it. How is this combination and how it is functioning? So we'll take the comments from our viewers and then we will come back to you. So I think my producer will now bring up the comments, starting from our usual Patience Darko. Very grateful. I think Patience, you deserve an award from us. You're always every day with us from beginning to end. Greetings and watching from Hamburg, Germany. Patience, we're grateful. Stephen says that great things from Stephen to you from Ghana. Stephen, you're in Ghana. Wonderful. And you want to be the campaign manager for Comrade Adamu. Grateful. I think Adamu will appreciate that very much. Brimpon says, good evening, watching from Poland. Please, can you ask him if, in case he wins, won't him abandon the position and go to contest as an MP? That's a wonderful question. I will put it up to Comrade Adamu when he comes back, and then we'll see the answer that he will provide. Yeah, Stephen once again says, please, I want to be part of your campaign team. So I'm sure Comrade Adamu will get in touch with you as soon after this program and then get you on board as well. Jose Superior, watching from Barcelona, Spain. Jose, I think you also deserve an award. I have to draw my producer's attention. Grace Talks, watching from Stuttgart. Oh, Grace, we are very grateful that you are part of the program. Good evening to you. And she says again, good organizer. If I was to be in the UK and Ireland, you have my vote. I think you have to do a transfer so that after voting for him, then you come back to wherever you are. Continental once again, as usual, we are very grateful for the Sakina people, I know. Watching on YouTube from Warsaw, Poland, please ask him if he is proud of his works as a former organizer of the UK and Ireland chapter. Well, he is currently the organizer, he's the incumbent, and he's going for re-election. So we'll ask him if he's proud of what he has done so far. Nanata Fremu, watching you on YouTube channel live from Tatali Northern region. You are live and clear on Sakina Information Center. Wow, we're very grateful. You know, it's a wonderful information center in Tatali. You know, they just mount the thing and then the speaker is up there and everybody's part of the program. We are very grateful for helping us to reach many more people. And Noviva Foundation, very well said. Okay. We will find out what the foundation does. Cindy Lante says, he has my vote. Oh, wow, goodness. Cindy, we're very grateful that MUSAH has your vote all the way. He says, MUSAH all the way. Surely, once he has your vote, we are watching. Freddie says, watching from London. Freddie, we are very grateful that you have joined us this evening. And very soon you'll be on the hot seat. My able vice chairman, Umar Denny, says, hi, GS, more grace to your elbows. Comrade Adamu, my regards to you and Farrakhan. Oh, Farrakhan is the Zongo Caucus coordinator, interim Zongo Caucus coordinator, excuse me, let me correct myself, for the UK and Ireland chapter. And we're praying that he comes out as the substantive Zongo Caucus coordinator. Juliana once said, oh, Julie, you've been part and parcel of the program a few days ago. You are watching us from Tottenham. He has my vote. Wow, MUSAH Adamu, you have 2 votes so far, so good. We're praying that many more votes will come up as we go along. So far, so good. We have 2 questions. So we'll bring Comrade Adamu back, and then we'll take these questions from our viewers, and afterwards we'll look at the UK and Ireland chapter structure. Comrade Adamu, you are most welcome back.
Thank you very much. And thanks to those who are already supporting and saying they have my vote. Thank you.
Yeah, they already have votes for you. So we're praying that many more votes will come up. Yeah. Comrade asked, Brimpong asked that I should find out from you if you happen to win as the organizer of the UK and Ireland chapter. Is there a possibility that you abandon your position to go and contest as an MP?
Okay, the answer is emphatically no. And I say that because those who know me are very much aware of what I said about going back to contest. And I started by saying that if you do have the resources, go ahead. I have gone into contesting in Ghana. I realized some of the challenges, and I looked at myself, because it is not about holding the position. It's about what you can do for your community. And I think 100% that my role as the organizer in UK is something that will be more beneficial to my party and to myself and my community than being a member of parliament. Why do I say that? When I lost my election, I looked at the resources that I put in. Then I sat down and took stock of everything. Then I went back home to support the one who won the election within mine, supported her throughout the campaign. She won her election. I came back. Then I look at what can I do, because I wanted to support my community. What I have done, even without winning my election in Afram Plains, it's far more for me than just becoming a member of parliament and not being able to have impact on my community. Because Afram Plains is where I grew up. That's where I will possibly die. That's where I love. And I would like the place to be a place where there is investment. Now, if I'm able to grow my NGO, which is doing well, and continue to sensitize people to come to Afram Plains, that is my goal. It is not about holding the position. It's about what I can do for my community. And as I said, I have supported with my NGO 35 schools. And that is something that I would like to continue to do. And unfortunately, in Ghana, when you mix certain things with politics, people don't see it more as something that they should get involved. Because my program is for, by, and about the people of Ghana. It's not about just me. So if I can do something different that will help promote Afram Plains and bring employment to my people, that is what I'll concentrate on. So definitely, I am not going back to contest as a member of parliament, not today and not for a very long time. Thank you.
Wonderful. Kuntinana was also asking if you are proud of your work as the organizer of UK and Ireland chapter.
Thank you, Kunte. I can say yes, I am 100% very proud. Why did I say that? As I said, under my organizership or my leadership, including some of our chapter executives, we have managed to increase the numbers of UK Ireland chapter. I cannot just stand here and say it's just me and my effort. That includes everyone else on board. Those who are calling, those who are feeding, those who are contributing. We have done so much. And I will not sit here today and just take all the credit to myself. But what I can say is that the role that I was given, looking at the resources we had, and also the conditions we found ourselves, I can say that I have done very well and I've played my role as well as I can. As I said earlier, there is a lot to do. And I cannot just discount that I am the best that has ever happened. But what I can do is that I am more than happy to continue to learn, continue to listen, and continue to bring the effort, not just about me, but going to Ghana and winning the 2024-25 election and getting His Excellency John Dramani Mahama back to power. If I'm able to do that, that would be amazing. So that is what we are looking at. Thank you.
You said before I let you off this hook. You said you go to Ghana to support and bring John Dramani Mahama back to power. Yeah. Is John Dramani Mahama the flag bearer of your party?
Well, definitely. In Akan language, they said you're fruit your pa and your piano. And again, they also tell you, we know what His Excellency John Dramani Mahama has done before. You know, you know, when the naked person says he will give you clothes, just listen to their name. The name is naked. But we know that His Excellency, under his leadership, we know that we can point at so many things in Ghana now that can be attributed to His Excellency John Dramani Mahama. He is a human being like everyone else. He's worked hard. He's still strong. He's still got a lot of energy in him. And definitely, for me, I definitely think that when you push the right person to the right place, it is better. So that's why I said His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, and anybody within the political sphere. I know that there will be other people who will be contesting or other people who will be putting themselves forward. For as long as I know, as far as I know, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama has proven himself to be very, very hardworking, dedicated, and someone who cares so much about Ghana. And so that's why I said to bring him back to power. Thank you.
Wonderful. Now let's look at UK and Ireland chapter. I was going to ask you a bit of this question because I always see this thing everywhere, UK and Ireland chapter, and I wonder what is going on in Ireland because I have heard a lot about the UK chapter. Well, what about the Ireland, UK and Ireland chapter? Good as it is, in your speech, you mentioned that you even went to do an inauguration in the Ireland. Can you give us a bit of more education on how the Ireland portion of your chapter is functioning?
Okay, you see, there are certain branches in UK that it's growing, and you know, everybody in UK or Ireland is first of all a family man, and also has a day job. Ireland branch has been hanging around for a very, very long time.
Sure.
People come and go. And that is the beauty of it. People have got their day jobs, but they're still dedicated to Ghana. So they always want to be a part of a political party that they think can change their situations back home. So we in UK, we have Scotland, we have Ireland, we have Wales, and we have England. And we form the United Kingdom. So Ireland, being there, has got so many potentials, but because some of the challenges they face there is having us closer to them because they are in the EU side.
Okay.
You know, and two, some even executives in UK cannot travel to Ireland without having a visa.
A visa.
You know, so to be an organizer in the United Kingdom or in UK, Ireland, you should be able to understand travel arrangements, visa arrangements, some protocols, and how to deal with different people with different locations. So, as I said, Ireland is strong. They have their chairman Emmanuel. Greetings to you. He's been working very, very hard. He's headed Ireland for a very long time until our time that they've been officially been inaugurated. And thank God it was done by myself, which I'm very, very happy that I was able to do it. So they are working hard. It is not easy, but we do have people out there like Mr. Peter Okru, who is also doing very, very well. So we have so many people out there working. But as it is, political parties start small and they grow because it's not just having many people. These people contribute. They pay their dues. They support even activities. They supported, for example, when we were going out to support the COVID relief issues in Ghana, they supported. When we were going into 2020 election, they supported. And they still pay their dues. And they still have people who are in good standing, which means that they take part in all activities and they pay dues with their hard-earned money. So it is something that I'm very proud of, that Ireland is operating. It's not as fast as we would like to, but we also have to bear in mind that people have got day jobs and they have to get to it, and others also come in and go. and you cannot do anything about it. But as it stands, it is very, very alive. That's the same way Scotland. Scotland has been launched. It is formally, Glasgow is formally launched, and they are doing well. We have people out there, working so hard day and night. They are students, but they are still supporting these activities. So, there are so many places in UK that I personally would like to thank all of them and to let other people know that the people who are sacrificing their time, even if it's a branch that has got like 10, 15 people, 20 people, we still appreciate them because they make NDC UK Ireland a very attractive chapter, one of the pioneer chapters, and as well as very, very vibrant. As we speak, we are going into election, and we are going in with unprecedented amount of people who are preparing to descend on the 14th to London to come and vote. That is what I think UK Ireland has been doing, and other branches across the country, and we are very grateful to them. We might have our own issues, but as any other thing in our kind language, they will tell you a senator trema way sometimes there will be a bite of the tongue, and then one doesn't move out of the mouth. So we know that as politics as it is, always there will be disagreements. If as human institution, there will be things, but without those challenges, we can't move on. We should be able to have those challenges. That's why we have leadership, and we'll make sure that we deal with our differences. Politics, campaign must not be a do or die affair. It is democratic, and if we live in the United Kingdom, we should see it as such.
Wonderful. I think the entire team will say congratulations to you for the efforts that you are putting in bringing Ireland to be alive and active, so that the name UK and Ireland chapter is indeed what it ought to be. Before I take you on again, Pat says that I think Comrade Adamu is fantastic in his approach of answering questions. I wish you well. That is coming from Pat. Pat happens to be the Deputy Women's Organizer of the German chapter of your party, NDC.
Thank you. Hey, Zoo. We are Zoo.
She's very enthused with you, and she follows up. She likes your charisma and vim. Good luck, Comrade Adamu. Then Newswire Ghana says, Pat, I agree. Somebody has agreed with her as well for the statement on your charisma and then your manner in which you are coming out. So Helen says, a great one there, Mr. Adamu. I'm sure you have a vote from Helen as well.
Thank you
so far, so good. Now, let's look at, we're going into this contest. Umar Dennis. Umar Dennis happens to be the vice chairman of the German chapter of your political party, as usual. So they are all here to give you moral support.
Thank you.
Thank you. Then he says, wow, Brother Adamu, I already know your potentials, but never knew that you've gone miles ahead.
Oh, thank you. I'm really humbled.
Wonderful. Oh, Pat is responding to your Uyemizu. So that's lovely. And we're hoping that come 14th of January, all the comments that we are getting will translate into votes. And that will bring you back to retain you as a chapter organizer. And then you can organize the UK and Ireland chapter, leading them into rallying for victory 2024. So where you sit, how do you see the NDC, the previous NDC government in action, and the current administration in Ghana? What's your view?
Oh, my brother, this question is very, very, very easy to answer. We all know it's never been so bad that even in Trotro, people fight in Trotro because of change. People are struggling. Our city has depreciated. Now, if you go down to go and change, the Bank of Ghana will tell you a cedi to $1. But then when you have the CD and you want to buy the dollar, people are selling it for 13 CDs. People are selling it for 12 CDs. So it is not going on well. NDC have done so well. Unfortunately, we were unable to project some of the things that we've done. And also sometimes we took it for granted. Somebody will say, oh, he made road, governments make roads. He made hospital, government's responsibility. Today, this is a government that goes in for a loan and then come back and have a party, kenke party, because they've gotten a loan. You know, a poor person who is enjoying sardine instead of getting Kobe. You see? So this, it's like comparing a Rolls Royce to Bone Shaker. Definitely, the comparison is very wide. NDC time, we knew that there were nurses were being trained. We suggested certain things. They said no, they will give them allowance. As children or as young as these nurses were, they were excited. Now they took the allowance. It didn't take them anywhere. They are home. Now they call themselves Midofwa Adamu. Now we look at Accra. Even without His Excellency John Dramani Mahama's effort of putting up state-of-the-art hospitals that we have in Accra, COVID would have been doomed, because this current administration, most of them spend their time in those facilities. When we look at fiber optic, which is one of the things that is helping us today to send internet and stuff around, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama's administration did unprecedented work. We worked so hard on all fields, whether it's road, whether it's agriculture. Look at our cocoa sector. Now it's totally collapsed. All these things were not happening under our administration. But it is always good. And in Accra language, they said, upon training, samanton siyoshemwa, kaminimse nsoshie, nsowe eguahoro. So we know that NDC has worked so hard. And now that Ghanaians have seen, they will know that one day, inshallah, we are coming back to power and we are going to clear all the things that they've done that has retrogressed Ghanaians' development and bring great things to our country. So definitely, NDC is a choice, the party of the people, the party that thinks more about the ordinary person and not the rich.
I'm pretty sure if I want to allow you to tell us why NDC deserves the votes of all Ghanaians, we will not finish today. But all the same, our focus is on the UK and Ireland chapter elections come 14th January 2023.
Great.
Let me give you this opportunity.
Yeah.
You are going to become the chapter organizer. You're going to organize people to go and support your mother party in Ghana. Yeah. What are the areas that will be of interest to us in the diaspora that you could channel to help your mother party?
Okay. Thank you very much. And I would like to say this. There are so many ways that we can support our party back home. First of all, we should look at Ghana and support our constituencies and branches. Everybody comes from a village, everybody comes from a town, and every single place support your local branch. That is one. If you do know people that you personally support, both paying their fees, paying their rent, supporting them, let them know the reasons why they should be voting for NDC. 3, we should also prepare, possibly go and sponsor some of the areas that we are struggling. If you are able to support with money, we'll be very grateful. If you are able to take time off and go to Ghana and be in the community, they will also see the sense in it and tell you, hey, in Akan language, they will tell you, so if the king does not go before the war, the slave runs. So we, as Ghanaians, need to face the fall. We need to look at areas. And I will also say that anybody who has got an investment a way to create a job within their communities, they should do so and employ the young people. And these things can also help to help support the Ghanaian economy. It can also help our party because we, the NDC, we are development oriented. We don't want, you see, it's difficult to see yourself as a parent getting up in the morning and not knowing what to eat next. We have thousands of people in Ghana who get up in the morning, all they do is pray and say Nyankopon beye, and then they go out there and look for what they will actually eat. Some of them literally walk to other people's home with a bowl and say, "Do you have a bit of gari? Madaku gari vide la shua." You know, it is so sad to see a parent go around and say, "Sabda Allah na banda kudika ya kabane rencheko wanabu." These are certain things that I would say that it is not easy for a man or a woman to leave their homes and go out there to beg for alms, even losing their own dignity. So it is very important that we take this very, very serious. We support the NDC both financially and physically if we can. We should also make sure that our votes are not stolen. So if you can sponsor people who can go through the training, the right training by the political party, the mother party back home, so that we have party agents who will do their jobs properly. Because the Ghanaians will go out and vote. Now, people out there, petrol, you know the prices. So many people have parked their private cars and they are in trotro, in tie, and sweating. Those people are out there. They will go and vote. But it's up to us to also protect our vote and also help to count them properly. Because we don't want a situation where we will be having 300,000 votes and somebody will write 300 because of non-education of our officials. So all these things are very important. And if you have any special kind of what's it called, some skill that you know in terms of IT, in terms of other things that you will be able to support the community with, please don't be shy. Speak to us. Let's know how far. Because NDC, we believe in everybody's capability. We will use the right channel to make sure that your skills will be put into good use and to bring Mother Ghana to a place where it will be conducive for everybody to live in.
Wonderful. And I'm pretty sure that if I allow you, as usual, to tell us what we need to put down there, in the day, it will go through the entire night. But before I give you one opportunity, Helen comes out with, says, that's brilliant. Capture the grassroots at all levels and regain power in 2024. Congratulations in advance to you, Mr. Adamu and the NDC. This is a beautiful commentary from her. Now, we're going, before you can translate all these things that you have said that the diaspora can contribute for the success of NDC back home in Ghana, you have to clear the current hurdle, which is your chapter elections. Okay, Maxwell also comes and says, good evening, General. I have started working. I wish my comrade all the best. There is a message from Maxwell to you. Now, before you can translate what the diaspora can do to support the party back home in Ghana and support Ghanaians in general, you have to cross this hurdle of being retained as the organizer of the UK and Ireland chapter. And I'm pretty sure that anybody within the chapter who has followed all your activities, especially with your name MTN, from one branch to the other, that is what is important, because if you're an organizer and you're not visible to the branches, then your first role as an organizer then has a question mark. But I think for that one, if you ask anybody within the chapter, they might give you 95% or more. Now, before you can clear that hurdle, tell your own people, tell your members within the chapter who are watching you this evening, give them a reason why they should retain you as the chapter organizer.
Okay, thank you very much, and I'm very grateful for this opportunity. And as you know, we have people from different diverse backgrounds and different languages. So I would like to use some of my language skills to be able to reach out to them. So I will start from using different languages. So Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi ta'ala wa barakatuh. Abin da zan ce kaman to lokacin da ya kai kama mu je mu zabe ko dai mu vote ma wanda zai ci gaba mu as organizer daga UK Ireland. Ya hankuri na san dai mutum ba abin da za ka iya ka yi komai daidai ba, amma mun san kama muna so mu kama party nan a UK. An za iya a kama partin UK, ya kamata samu mutum da ya iya magana da mutane, ya san mutane kuma in kana neme wani abu wurin shi ko ka invite shi wurin wuri ya zo ya supporting ka. Sada shi lokaci ya kai on the 14th hankuri ku yi kokari ba ku zo ku vote mini MUSAH Adamu in lokacin ya kai. Na gode. Akpana mi kaka abalaka minya nala UK Ireland mi do akpaka ba mi jagbagba na mi na NDC na note la afia ta ehia ba nan kake dola on the 14th mi le kodagba na dojila mi jagbagba ni me ale asinya aba mi anovira ka MUSAH Adamu na mi dako na eye na mi dakola mi adako na MUSAH Adamu because ehia ba NDC mi ale asi da ameya atan ajawagba akpere mi anti na mi le afire ile alo mi le dore wom alo mi le party de wola ameya ten dora tare mi agbo ameya pona obe ameya anyo la alomela na hunkula yoko akpo ta mi jawagba na nkeke dola minya leke mi wone na mi awenu wanyu akpe kaka. So minuanom UK Ireland chapter misremu eni diemu mi gidi parcel munim se UK Ireland ye hia nipa obetimi aso party no agina ho ye hia organizer na nimute ye hia organizer wo hia na anopa awia oda suomo wo hia no a ofre no obeba ba bia wo bia no obetimi ababeka ho minim se enna form de nipa bi ani ho a ne ho ni asem nanso mi gidi se ye koso ni ye be hia se obi a obedi party nanim no wadi dwuma soronko ama party no atumpon a na de ne hia se bring du busumi da tosu du 9 on the 14th ya to aba ama NDC no ana ya to aba ma mpenifo yi mpenifo mbedi NDC anim no ye be hia se mo beto aba ama munua baako MUSAH Adamu nipa se ebre bia mu hia no bibia mo ye bia no otimi ba eba beboa na ba bia owo bia no se de obi atumidin MTN ba bia mo ko bia no mo be hia me no mesrɛ mo eni die mu se bo beboa na mato aba no ama munua MUSAH Adamu medamase akronto na munkai hu se ewiase yase dia woda na obenyane ono ubie wani a ono na hu nanim ne edikan ena ewiase nso dia ode opadepa akọ kotoko no yini na bro enti medamase as thank you members of the UK Ireland chapter. I am very grateful. I'm very honored that you gave me the opportunity to serve you for the past 4 years. I have done what I could with the resources and the opportunities we had. We all know the difficulties we've gone through. But as we are back here on the 14th, we're going back to vote. Please, let's vote on substance. Let's vote on issues. Let's make sure that we have somebody who has got UK Ireland at heart. A person who can be approached, a person who is always hardworking, a person who is visible, a person who will be able to lead this party to the next level. Because this year or this 2024 election that is coming, we need people with great tenacity, great integrity, and hardworking to be able to take their party forward. Thank you so much, and I really appreciate this opportunity. God bless you.
Wonderful. That is the speech from no other person but Comrade MUSAH Adamu. And he's appealing to all of you that you should go on the 14th of January, vote for substance, vote for somebody who is dedicated to the work of the party. And indeed, the position of the organizer is the engine of every organization. So the choice is yours. Thank you very much, MUSAH Adamu, for making time with us. And thank you to you all, wherever you are, and we're very grateful for your comments. Join us again tomorrow at the same time when we'll bring one of the vice chairmen hopeful to express her views on the way forward. Wherever you are, we are very grateful to you. On behalf of my producer, Said Ade, and my own behalf, we are very grateful that you have joined us. Thank you very much, and may God bless us all. Good night to you.
Mampam also untie so dogo binwa bem mampam also untie nani amuka nyina guna swati move swara mampam also untie move swara